Hey guys, Too Legit City here. Today we're going to be talking about some of the Oni basics. Today we're going to be talking about digging. And of course, to get it started, we're going to be going over how some of the digging nuances are not really as straightforward. If you guys just started playing the game, digging is going to be one of the few tools you guys use right away to explore, to expand, and to do a lot of things. But of course, to get it started, a duplicate, when they're standing on this tile, they actually get 2 tiles range in front of them, and they also get a vertical 4 tile range from where they're standing. So vertical digging is up 4 tiles from the tile they're standing on, and 2 tiles to the left and right. That means that digging ends up being a box this size. As you could see, the digging commands right outside of that box cannot be mined, as that is outside of the range of a duplicate. So 2 tiles to the left and right from the tile you're standing on, and 4 tiles vertically. Now, you can also dig down some tiles, and that's going to be down 3 tiles from standing over here. So from standing on this tile, you could actually mine all 6 of these, but if we do that as a result, we won't be able to get back. So the digging has a range actively of around 7 tiles if you're standing on this tile, and that ends up being these 14 tiles. Now, of course, if you guys want to dig out your map, the patterns for ladders will probably be as so. I could stand here and dig up 4 tiles, but then from this tile, I could go down 1, 2, 3. But since that's from standing up top, and you could actually stand on the ladder itself, you could mine out these 3 tiles. Now, from there, you could actually count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have a ladder here. These 7 tiles are going to be within range of digging from this tile and that tile. So if your goal is to clear out the map, you might want to look for a efficient pattern, and that efficient pattern is something like this, as everything in between will be diggable. If you're trying to minimize the use of ladders while trying to clear out the map so that you could build your big projects. Of course, that's only if you want to do that and if you care for a little bit of the space efficiency. Now, of course, some other properties of digging, if you guys didn't know, there are digging skills. Of course, there's hard digging, the tier 1, super hard, super duper hard, and then hazmat. So there's 4 tiers of digging. And to get into that, digging actually tells you which tier skill you actually need. This right here is a shovel for a normal digging command. You don't need anything to actually dig out that tile. But this tile right here with the diamond right there actually tells you that you need tier 1 digging in order to mine that out. So the digging components for tier 1, you could tell what's needed by the symbols. Abyssalite requires tier 2, so there's going to be 2 of the diamonds. And then something like obsidian or diamond is going to actually have the 3 diamonds right there for the tier 3 digging. Now, I'm not sure if the last tier digging, the hazmat digging, has been patched, but you need that in order to mine things like corium, which is a material from a nuclear fallout of the nuclear reactor, or neutronium. However, you could still see that it only shows 3 diamonds when it should be 4. Don't know if that's a visual bug, but that's going to be the digging skills and how to find out what you need to dig out certain materials. Because the list is not clear on what it could actually dig, you could see that super hard is for abyssalite mining, but there's other things that fall within that category as well. So if you guys are never sure, or just not sure in general, looking at the icon will tell you which skill you need, as bleachstone requires tier 1, abyssalite requires tier 2. That will tell you which tier skill you're going to want. Now, of course, another thing about digging is that anytime you dig out any single object, you have to understand that you're actually removing half of the mass and deleting it. So right here, we have a salt tile that's at 488 degrees, or 488 kilograms, I'm sorry. And this tile, when we dig it, it's going to give us a tile like this. However, any tile that you dig in the game, half of the mass is lost in the digging process. That means that if you are looking to harvest certain resources, you might want to double check whether or not you want to dig it out or go through other means of doing so. And to show you, we have Brainless Society right here going to dig out the salt. So that becomes a 244 kilogram, exactly half of the 488. So half of that mass is lost forever. Now, what do you mean too legit when you say that I want to harvest a resource without digging? This is specifically for the cold biomes, as the snow and the ice and polluted ice, when actually heated up, becomes the liquid form again. If you were to naturally or use a man-made setup to induce melting of the material and then solidify that material back up, you could harvest that without losing any of the mass to digging. So usually in the ice biomes, if you want to maximize on the amount of liquids you generate, you're better off actually cooling out, or, well, I'm sorry, heating up the area so that it melts into the liquid rather than digging it up and then melting it afterwards, as you would lose half the mass for that. But of course, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Has been a Oni basic over digging. And if you guys have any questions about it, leave a comment down below. And of course, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, guys.